Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis with a Rambles type of video. This is going to be basically a sit and talk, little chit chat about what's going on and just to catch you up as I get a million voice cracks. I just want to fill you in on things that are going on here with the channel, with life in general, and maybe explain a few things and talk about future things to come. Where do we start? Well, we start with the fact that we hit 500 subscribers, which is amazing. I've talked already about how awesome that is, and I've thanked people, which is great. Q&A is still ongoing, so if you want to get involved, I'll put the link in the description. You can go and click that video, and you can leave a comment for the Q&A. I'm absolutely open to any question. Be reasonable, as in don't just try and find a way to insult me, but if you want to, that's fine. But make it an easy question. You ask about anything, could be about life, could be about studies, could be about the hobby, anything really, just shoot, really. I'm interested to just get questions. That will run until, I just need to check the upload date of the Q&A. It's 1 month after the upload date of the Q&A video. And that means that it will be the 9th. The 9th of November is when the Q&A will close, and then about a week after that we'll have the actual Q&A release. But that's not the only thing that's going on for 500 subscribers. Oh, no. I've been speaking to Kieran, and he has reminded me that he owes me a little present for 500 subscribers, so he is currently on with a scratch build project. I'm not going to tell you when it's going to be done, because I have no idea. He has an incredibly busy schedule at the moment. He's hoping to make more content while he's there because now he's going to have the time, hopefully, touch wood, to make some content. And if he does, that'd be great, and I'll bring it to you. He's also, as I say, planning this little project with me or for me, and when that is ready, I will absolutely show you. I'm expecting it will be awesome. And that's the main thing on our end for 500 subs. If you have any ideas for some special videos you'd like us to do, or for any videos you'd like us to do in general, the comment section is there to do just that. So if you have any ideas for future content, maybe top 5 topics, tactical topics, a codex you'd like to see me analyze, just let me know in the comments below and we'll try and sort something out. Or contact me via Twitter at the links, or Facebook at the links in the description below. So let's move on to some other things, shall we? And probably the next most obvious is the fact that, we're in uni, folks. And that means it's an entirely different pace of life, by which I mean it's crazy. It is so mad busy at the moment. I am getting 22 contact hours a week, which is only 3 less than your average school kid gets at secondary school, which maybe you think, well, that's not bad, there's plenty of time. Yes, in principle. What they don't factor in is the fact that you get, or I get, 6 homeworks a week, set the Friday, due the Wednesday. And that means that, well, that has to come first. And that means that over the weekend, I'm incredibly busy sorting all my homework out, because it's not just homework like, oh, here's a couple of practice questions. Well, it is a couple of practice questions, but they're hard questions. And until I can really get into a formula of getting those sorted quickly, then that means my weekends are pretty much blocked off from making content, because by the time I get to the end, it's busy. It's just so busy, and by the time I get to the end of the work, I'm knackered. I'm honestly knackered, and if I've got an early start, particularly Monday morning, I've got to do about 7:30. Yes, I know, I'm a student, I should be able to do this. I need to sleep. So I end up just going to bed, or just watching a few videos, catching on my sub feed, and then going to bed. I don't do parties. I'm not the party type. You may have worked that out already. But that just means I'm not making content over the weekends. In terms of the evenings, it's the same story really. Monday, Tuesday is tutorial work. I'm kind of busy with that. Wednesday's a good night actually. Wednesday's quite quiet because my tutorials have been handed in. So I'm thinking I'm going to set Wednesday night aside for basically making content. Hopefully that means there'll be at least 1 video a week, but I can't absolutely promise that. Touch wood that we will. Thursday is my gaming night, and Friday we're back into the tutorial run again. So hopefully Wednesday night will be video time and Thursday will be gaming time. Now you might think, well, why not make videos of you gaming? Well, about that, I can't do battle reports at my current gaming store because my current gaming store is a Games Workshop. There's a Games Workshop about 40 minutes away from here. That's on foot, by the way. Getting a bus around here is an absolute nightmare. It might take you 10 minutes, it might take you 90. So I forget the bus and I walk it. It takes me about 30 to 40 minutes. and I go there in game on Thursday night. Because it's against workshop, there's obviously customers coming through, some of which are, of course, younger children or parents or parents, meaning that you require parental consent to making videos in that store, and you can't do that for people who are just milling it around in and out. So I can't make battle reports at that Games Workshop. Trust me, I asked, but I can't. So there'll be no battle reports coming out, at least until I can find somewhere else to game, or I can find someone else to game with. Who has terrain, another painted army. We can do that, and I might do the odd teaching map rep here in the flat, kind of like we did with Ben, but no promises on that either. So yeah, bat reps, bad time for bat reps. Hopefully Kieran and Ben will be able to make a few. I hear Ben has got some new narrative going on for his army, Chaos Ben that is. So hopefully there'll be a narrative campaign from him. No promises though. And that will give us some bat reps, but we'll see about that. Right, is there anything else I just need to touch on quickly? Yeah, I just want to just touch quickly on hobby progress, how my model's looking. My war boss, you've seen my war boss before, but I've done a little bit more with him. I just basically painted his name on the base. I don't know if it'll come out the right way around when we look back, but his name is Guldosh, Guldosh Edcracker, and he has a name on the back, his little nickname, Davoyeur. Now, I'm a French student. Well, I'm a physics and French student, which means that I have a knack of translating things. Now, Davoyeur means the crusher, because if I could have done so, I'd have modelled him with giant boots for stomping on things. That's his law. I wrote his law, and that's what I kind of like about him, and that's why that is. I've also got a couple more models I want to show you. Have a mech boy with a little mech symbol on his base as well. And he has so many different kits going into him, it's not even funny. So we have Gazgul's head, an arm from the body and legs from the Black Reach Knobs kit. This arm is from the Knobs kit, as is this back banner. And this custom Mega Blaster, of course, comes from the Mega Knobs kit. Looks a little bit derpy, I'll give you that, but it's all because it's a bit bonkers. I quite like it, so that's that. And then I have another Black Reach knob. This one is not converted at all, it's just painted up. Hopefully the camera does it justice. Like the hair, I painted it, highlighted it, washed it, re-highlighted it. I really tried to get this one up to as high a standard as I possibly could. I spent ages just kept chipping away at it, and I'm really pleased with how he's come off. Little wah on his base, so if I pull him out of the box, I know exactly who it is. I think everyone just dropped their washing up. Uh-oh. Right, but yeah, that's that. I also have, of course, the Green Tide. That is the 100 orcs that I got. I traded a few of them in for a truck. I also have a bunch of Goth 2nd edition orcs, believe it or not. They're tiny, by the way. I just went out, they're absolutely tiny. And a bunch more 2nd edition Gretchen. So my task for this year is to paint my Green Tide. I've got about 20 done out of 100. And the next lot I think I'm going to start soon. I haven't set an exact time to just hit the Green Tide because obviously videos comes before the models because I'm not using my Green Tide basically at all. It's fine. So I'm going to try and get it done by the end of the year and then run it at home. If I can do that, it would be great. If not, I have enough boys that I can run 100 dudes. Most of them won't, a few of them will have to be not painted, but I think I can get a Green Tide formation on the board. It's a challenge that I've set myself and I hope to achieve it. Is there anything else? Talked about Kieran's special model. Oh yeah, the other thing is new models coming in personally. Now, I obviously have a student loan and that gets paid in installments, which means that every time an installment of my student loan gets paid, I get a new kit. That's basically how I budgeted for it because I don't want to just spend all of my student loan on living because I plan to have a surplus and that surplus is going to go on models. So I bought my Warboss and my Mega Knobs this time round. And I think I'm going to buy a Death Dread after Christmas as my own little personal Christmas present to myself. Here, have a Death Dread. Because 1, I get a custom Mega Blast that I can put onto my Killer Cans. 2, I get a Death Dread, which combos awesomely with Killer Cans. And I think the Death Dread model is just freaking awesome. Can I just point out how awesome that model is? And then in the last term, I'm still debating what to do in the 3rd installment. I'm looking at Flash Kits as a probable thought. Maybe a flyer, but I don't know if I'll need to get a flyer. There are flyers round here, and that worries me a bit, but I might buy a mech gun instead, get a tractor cannon and do it that way. I'm still on the fence on that one. So at least until after Christmas, there will be no new models coming in. There'll be a bunch of updates as I get my Green Tide painted. I could do it as a video series of like getting the green tide ready, but it's the same models over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like doing it once as like a showcase, fine. Doing it in stages like every 10 guys, it's the same thing over and over. So I think I'm not going to do that. I was tempted, but I thought about it. If you really want to see the updates on how my painting is going, then fine, but it would probably be quite irregular and it'd be the same models over and over because all I've got to paint is green tide at the minute. I will do a painting showcase though after I get my Death Dread. Right. Now speaking about new stuff more generally, this is all the stuff that's coming out of Games Workshop at the moment. Now, Scarbrand. What was with Scarbrand? The model for Scarbrand is amazing. I just want to preface it with that. I love his model. It's fan-freaking-tastic. His rules in Age of Sigmar are redonkulous. If you saw the Age of Sigmar Tactica I did with Warhammer, we briefly discussed Scarbrand somewhere in the middle, and yeah, he's crazy. He is he's just mad, man. He's completely bonkers. Then we have his 40k rules. One of his axes is Armor Vein, the other one is Flesh Vein. Don't know how much use the Flesh Vein one's going to be because, well, why do you need Flesh Vein? You're a Bloodthirster. You're probably winning on 2s against most things anyway. But then again, when you fight other monsters, you find Wraith Knights, it has a place. And the Armor Vein one, well, it's an Armor Vein thing, it's useful. And makes Smash a little more viable because you'll actually definitely do damage to that Land Raider if you smash. You don't even need to smash, maybe. He can't fly though. He's not an FMC. His wings were completely shattered, torn apart by Khorne after he hits Khorne in the face. Well, not in the face. He hits Khorne and then got thrown out of the realm of skulls. Like seriously, he lost it. But yeah, Scarbrand's just mad. I think he's awesome. Will he see much play in Age of Sigmar? I think absolutely. In 40k, I can't say for sure. He would probably fit quite well as a nice target in Demonkin. He'd work really well because, well, Bloodthirsters are insanely powerful and you're probably going to take them down, but they're flying. Scarbrand on foot looks like a very easy target, meaning that you might just end up, he just might end up tanking a lot of damage. So it's your Berserkers, your Bloodletters, your Fleshhounds. They make it in, and if he does get into combat, then, well, he's just going to rack up those Blood Tithe points like that because he's a monster. He does them. Now we've got Tau. New Tau. Now, I'm not super salty about Tau. They were pretty good in 6th. They were less good in 7th, to the point where the Orcs beat the Tau in a narrative campaign on Mini Wargaming. Yes, the rules are a bit slanted, I give you that. But honestly, if Orcs can beat Tau, anybody can beat Tau. Pretty much, except maybe Blood Angels and Guard. Sorry, guys. But now we've got New Tau, which looks rather cool. We haven't obviously seen the full codex yet, so I can't say how everything works. But we have a Storm Surge, which is a giant monster creature with a huge gun. 2 crew, it's about 360 points, and the gun looks really scary. It's not a tank hunter, though, believe it or not. We were comparing, me and the guy in Games Workshop were just comparing 2 Storm Surges to a Stomper, because that's roughly what the costing is. And while the Storm Surge might win, if the Stomper has any upgrades, like a Force Field, or Riggers, sorry, I even got Riggers, for it will not die, I think the Stomper will win. So, yeah, it's not as good at killing super heavies. It'll do well against most things, but not super heavies. There's the Ghost Keel, which is kind of like a super stealth suit. That looks really freaking cool. Whoa, shudder. It's got a Melter Blast weapon option. It's Ballistic Skill 3, like all Tau stuff, which apparently is quite an impediment. It looks really cool, though. It looks like a giant stealth suit. It probably works like a giant stealth suit. I like it a lot. Will it be effective and efficient compared to squads of stealth suits with lots of fusion blasters? Don't know, but it looks really cool nonetheless. There are the Fire Warrior Breachers. These guys are super short-ranged Fire Warriors. With like, they get AP3 guns at like 9-inch range. Silly. But they could be really useful. Will it be the most amazing thing in the universe? No. Because Fire Warriors at short range die. Instantly. So, will it work perfectly? No. But if you have the ability to load them up in a Devilfish, blast the Devilfish up the board, just jink constantly, you may be able to whiz up the board, drop them off, and let them kill that Devastator squad that's at the back of the board, or maybe deal with some snipers, deal with Havocs, deal with anything short of a 2+ save, like Obliterators, really. Quite handy. It's a kamikaze type of unit. Giving them outflank or deep strike would probably be a bit OP, but it might be the only thing that would save them. And then there is a new commander. We haven't seen all the signature systems yet, the relics, but They look really cool. The Commander kit, I think, has been buffed again. Looks nice. And there's also an option for the Cold Star battlesuit, which is basically a flying monstrous creature type thing, which I think it loses access to a couple of weapon systems, but it gets the ability to fly. Which, considering Tau Commanders get sniped in the face a lot by missile launchers and or las cannons and or auto bombardments, being able to fly is pretty good. The only thing is, apparently, Iridium doesn't buff your toughness anymore. If that's true, you only need to wound him once and he'll crash. And if he crashes, he's dead because a Strength 9 hit will instant kill him. He needs Eternal Warrior to survive that. I don't think he has it. But I'm not sure. We shall see whether the Cold Star battlesuit managed to phase out the old Buffmander, or whether a Buffmander Cold Star will work. Pass. There's also this thing called the Firewall Ramparts. I forget what it's called, but it's basically like a floating defense line complex bunker system, which is really cool. How effective is it? I don't know. Will it look awesome? Absolutely. I can just imagine some of the cool things we will do with conversions with it and kit bashes. It will just look fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the new Tau are like. Tau are a horrible, horrible matchup for Orcs in general, because unless the Orcs bring the guns, which they suck at, the Tau will just blow them to pieces. If you can get close to them, yeah, okay, we'll beat them. But I do worry about that matchup, so have to see. Mercifully, Kieran's not playing Tau anymore. He's playing Harlequins and Eldar and Dark Eldar. He's going for some mad wombo combo Eldar shenanigans with Homunculus Covens, Harlequins, and Exodites, or some shenanigans. So looking forward to see how that works, but no more Tau. Right, speaking of Tau, actually, just to finish off, there's also a campaign box set coming out just before the Tau Codex, which features Tau and Raven Guard. Yes, you heard me, Raven Guard. I'm not sure what's exactly in the kit. I know that it's a custom Ethereal and a custom Space Marine Captain who doesn't have a jump pack. Why? Why? Raven Guard, jump pack, lightning claws, common sense, please. But no. Of course not. He has to be on foot because, well, we put Vanguard veterans in the kit, but we won't give the captain a jump pack. And yes, I'm aware, if it did have a jump pack and lightning claws, it would basically replace everybody as Shrike. But why not? It's Raven Guard. If you put White Scars in the box, would the captain be on foot? No, he'd be on a bike. So please sort that out. Get him a jump pack, or converters, kit bashers. Give the man a jump pack. He deserves it. I love jump packs. It's just an aesthetic I really like. Custom Ethereal and then some warriors and various kits. I'm not sure exactly what, but looks cool. Will it be balanced? Don't know. Haven't seen the new Tau yet. Right. And I'm going to wrap up this video with a series of shout-outs. Actually, not a series of shout-outs. Basically just a list of channels that I think you should go and watch. You probably are watching 90% of them already, but if you aren't, then, well, this should be a good look in the right direction. First one is obvious, Commissar Warwick. Great friend of mine, absolute legend. Definitely still worth watching. So if you haven't, his channel will be in the description. Go and watch him. Newer one, Morehammer88. I've worked with him on this channel now. Or he's worked with me on here, and he's a great guy. His battle reports have this perfect comedic edge that I find to be really hilarious. So go and watch his stuff. Go and subscribe. You hopefully will already done so already from the Age of Sigmar Tactica we did. But in case you're not an Age of Sigmar player, he does 40k too. So go and click the link in the description. Go sub to him. The next one is it's a channel that's very close to my heart. It's called Brother Alpha Busa, with a V-A rather than being it's B-R-U-V-A. Alpha is it Alpha with an F, B-U-S-A. And this guy is best known for the If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device series, which, if you haven't watched it, you are missing out. It is hilarious. It is basically a jokey look at all the messed up canon that GW wrote back in the day. Like everything in there is a form of canon, or it was canon, apart from some stuff, but it's a very satirical look at the Warhammer 40,000 universe. And the humour that goes down, I won't spoil who the characters are. Just you know the Emperor's in it, but other than that, I won't spoil anything. It's just a fantastic series. You owe it to yourself to watch it. They even did a couple of Ask the Emperor questions, like Q&As for the Emperor, and those are side-splitting in and of themselves. At least the first time through, and even the second and third time through. I've watched that series like 5 times, and it still makes me laugh. So absolutely go and watch that series. I'll put Alpha Booster's channel in the description. You're probably already watching on already. He's a reasonably sized channel, but if you're not, go. And the last one, this is basically a plug. This is definitely a plug for a channel that's coming back. So Ben, our Chaos player back home, he had a channel, Drop Zone Labs, which was him and a few friends playing video games. And the channel sort of, I'm not going to say died, but content hasn't been coming out on that channel for quite a while. Well, no longer. Ben is getting a new gaming setup, and he will be making games on his channel. So I'll put the link to the channel in the description. You may not find anything new right now, but if you go and sub when he starts putting content out, it's going to be a much higher standard than it used to be. And I know Ben would really appreciate it. So you can go sub there and you can check out all their content when it comes out. And if Ben ever does a walkthrough of a 40k game, such as Space Marine, or or Dawn of War, because I know we started a Dawn of War 2 playthrough, but he only got to episode 1. Don't ask. Don't know what happened there. He said he'd put it on this channel as well. So there should be plenty of chance to watch his content, whether you go and sub or not. But I know Ben will really appreciate it, so go do that. Right. That is everything I have to talk about. That is you completely caught up with all of the nonsense going on in my life, because there's a lot. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that I haven't bored you to death. I hope I've been at least remotely interesting. Make sure to comment for content ideas. There is actually one other content idea I want to run past you. If you're still here and you haven't tuned out because I'm doing my outro. Sorry if I made you run away. If you're still here, I'm thinking about doing a francophone video, by which I mean a video in which I speak purely French. The reason for that is, as part of my coursework this year, I have to write a dossier, or I have to do 2 extended project tasks, and one of them can be a 7 or 8 minute long speaking, which I'm going to run past my teacher in 2 days' time. From date of recording, it'll be long before this video goes out. And if she gives it permission, I'm going to do that. What I would ask is, would you want me to put it on the channel? Or do you want me just to do it privately? Do you want me to make that video or make that recording just for my dossier? Or do you want me to put a francophone 40k discussion video on the channel? Sort of like maybe a top 5 of things I would fix in 40k or things like that. I'm thinking of doing a top 5 format because it's a nice, easy format to do. Purely in French. If you want me to put it on the channel, I'll put it on the channel. If you don't, then I'll just do it privately. But that's just the last thing, right? Thank you very much for watching, and this time we will wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments for future content down below, top 5 ideas, Tactica ideas, anything you want ideas, and go and do that Q&A. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Michael for Tactica Imperialis. I'll see you all again.